Hey, Dr. Kelsey Graham here. How you doing? Is there any married people watching this? Uh, Single people. Maybe you're engaged. Maybe you're talking about getting married. Single folks, when you look at your married friends, or maybe even if you've been married in the past, just remember that these married people used to be you, full of hope, full of joy, plenty of sleep, disposable income. Yeah, now they're like you. Now they're like, yeah, we're very happy. We just you don't see it in our face. Some people say that the proposal is the most romantic moment in life. Nah, not really. It's just the last time you're allowed to make a decision without a committee of two. Your opinions immediately get downgraded, even the planning of the wedding. You go from being a partner to a suggestion box. Planning is like BDSM, socially acceptable BDSM. You pay a stranger to dominate you financially and emotionally. I'm sure you've heard some refer to a wedding as a funeral. That could not be more true than dealing with wedding vendors. The ones selling all those things that we have been taught and believed through traditions that needed for a great wedding. They use phrases like, softer lighting and flowers. You have to have flowers. Music. What you gonna do about music? Oh no, you don't want to have a friend just playing some Spotify playlist on at your wedding. After all, this is a one-time affair, one of the most important moments, important dates in your life. You shouldn't spare any expense. Shouldn't be an issue. So now you're reaching out to strangers on the internet to get their opinion as to what you should do at your wedding. It's like taking a poll on how much your wedding can look like most all other weddings that ever took place in the year. So it's kind of like planning a funeral. You would want better for your loved one, I'm sure. Don't live with regrets, they say. Second, mortgage your house, or better yet, your parents' home. It's well worth it. The memories of those few hours on that Saturday afternoon. Stress of what? Then your sweet, cute, loving fiance turns into a dictator. That cute, petite, little smiling dictator with Pinterest boards and three-ring binders. More planning for those few hours on that Saturday than the planning you did for your career, or the president did spend planning to invade that country. Wedding vendors should be investigated by the FBI. You tell them your budget, and they laugh and laugh like Bond villains. Cake that feeds 10 people, $60. Put the word wedding in front of the cake, feed that same 10 people, $900. Why? They charge $15,000 for a venue in a barn venue. And maybe you can stand outside. So you're getting a plot of grass and you're getting a barn. A rustic freaking barn. It's an old building where cows used to poop. And now you get to. And then bridesmaids treat weddings like the Olympics of crying, emotionally crying. You ever seen a bridesmaid get emotional? I'm just so happy. No, you're not. You just spent $600 buying a dress that you only wear once in your life. That's not counting what the bride spent on her dress that she's going to wear once in her life, never to wear it again. To walk down an aisle like you're returning merchandise to a Target. Meanwhile, the groomsmen are like, I was just met a couple hours ago. Already drinking beer. Now you're my best friend. Ceremonies themselves are weird. And all dressed up, standing in front of all these decorations, coming down an aisle that's decorated, maybe candles, flowers, ribbons, whatever. All these people standing there gawking, listening to some of the most intimate moments in your life. It's almost like adult porn. You're standing in front of all these people, including your parents and some strangers, promising to have sex with this one person forever. It's kinky if you think about it. And then you get best friend or Uncle Bob or some guy you know to get online and get ordained. And he's going to stand there and tell you what love is. No thanks, Trevor. You work for Verizon. And then you've got the reception. That's where the truth really comes out. Open bar turns uncles into philosophers. I've always loved you, man. You're like, you're talking to a plant. And there's always that one couple, at least one, on the dance floor that treat this slow song like it's soft core porn. Second time we've referred to this as porn, isn't it? Everyone else is dancing tastefully, but they're over there grinding like it's tax season and they need more dependence. And then on many weddings, you get the bouquet toss, and you get the garter toss, and the bouquet toss can become a blood sport of sorts. I've seen women suddenly develop a linebacker energy, grandmas dive, bridesmaids elbow each other. Then the garter toss, all the guys. No one wants that responsibility. And like, I didn't come here for destiny, I came here for the whiskey and maybe one night stand, if they're honest about it. And then all that planning for all that few hours, normally on a Saturday, could be a Sunday or Friday night, whatever, is only a trailer of what marriage is all about. Sucks. Well, sometimes the movie Marriage, 50% of the time, its ending is not a happy one. But you can't leave. You got too much vested in it. It's not your first marriage. You may have heard that 3 times is a charm. Statistics say differently. First marriages approximately end in divorce between 41% and 45%. Second marriages goes up 60 to 67% in a divorce. Now we're into that third charm marriage. Statistically, 73 to 74% end in divorce. Seems that in marriage, experience is not a great teacher. And then sex, before marriage and after marriage. And it's interesting about that. Because up to the point of the engagement, the proposal, you're wide open asleep together. You're having sex spontaneously everywhere you could possibly think about, in countertops, and cars, your friend's couch, and just anywhere, floor, whatever. But after marriage, it's like your iPhone update. It always pops up at the wrong time, and you're like, not now, I'm tired. In the scheduling of sex, Tuesday, no, I've got a meeting. Thursday, I promised to go shopping with Sue. Saturday, well, if I'm not too tired after the football game. By year 5, foreplay is both of you shaving at the sink on the same day. You dream of cuddling every night. Then you realize you sleep differently. You want space. They want to cling like an octopus with attachment issues. You start negotiating territory. I get the sheets, you get the blanket, I get this pillow, you get that pillow. Don't cross that line. Eventually, one of you just moves to the spare bedroom, and somehow that becomes the best sleep of your life. The bathroom. Oh, the things you learn in marriage. Dark things like how your partner poops. Okay, you know about the farts. Really now, the door's open. She asks you to come into the bathroom as she sits on the toilet, the throne, because she wants to show you some cute TikTok on her phone. Courtesy flush, anyone? And then the food fights. We've all heard of this one. Where do you want to eat? Pizza? Nah. Thai? Nah. Sushi? Nah. But Olive Garden? No. Okay, what do you want? I don't know. I actually gave consideration to opening a restaurant called I Don't Know or I Don't Care, solving marital issues. Because at this point, I don't know and I don't care ends in I want to go home, and all conversation ends for the day. And then your first major fight. It's always over something simple, something stupid. I even say in some of my ceremonies that in marriage, the little things become the big things. Dishes, laundry, how you breathe, how you chew. You're like, I love you, but I'm going to eat at that other table over there. That's smacking his lips, whatever. You don't just marry a person, you also marry their entire family, except the cousin they don't like or the sister they have problems with. You get an earful of that every time something pops up on social media, whatever, right? You get a subscription that you didn't ask for, and you can't cancel it. You're going to create more problems if you try to cancel it. There's always that one relatives that think they know everything. It's like tell you how to raise your kids, as they either have no kids or 3 kids they don't even like, that hate them. And romance changes. In the premarital state, candlelit dinners, rose petals, whispering sweet nothings. Afterwards, hey babe, I started the dishwasher. Oh my God, take me now. Doing chores is the new lingerie. Reality is marriage keeps you humble. Dating, I bought you flowers. Marriage, I didn't fart in bed that time. Growth, love languages. Forget the 5 love languages. Marriage has 2. Snacks and silence. And if you bring home dinner, catered dinner, even Chick-fil-A or Wendy's, that's foreplay. IKEA, nothing tests a marriage more than trying to put together something on your living room floor. You start in love, holding hands, laughing, and dreaming about getting this whatever put together. 3 hours later, you're screaming, "Why do we have these extra parts? Why didn't you read the directions?" And one of you reads the instructions while the other one just feels them spiritually. Marriage is mostly small moments, running errands, paying bills, arguing about where the scissors went. It's choosing each other, even when you don't like, even when you like to choose solitude. Marriage doesn't ruin love, it reveals it. Not the sexy Instagram love, the real stuff. The "I'll hold your hair while you throw up" love. The "I'll kill that spider even though I'm afraid of it too" love. The "I hate your family but I'll smile through it anyway" love. Marriage is waking up every day, choosing your best friend, even when they're annoying as hell and never plug in their phone. So, yeah, weddings are a fantasy. Marriage is the aftermath. One is champagne, dancing, pretending your poop glitters. The other is, did you eat the leftovers? I labeled them. But it's beautiful because at the end of the day, it's two weirdos trying to make life suck less. Thank you.